Hello, 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 and welcome to another coffee time. I'm injured, dear viewer. Injured. I fell over this morning. You can actually see where my face hit the pavement there. Yeah, tripped over the dog. The dog got spooked by another dog and took me down. So I'm kind of. You should see my knee. My knee's worse, and I landed heavy, and I've got a swollen wrist, and I smashed my watch. My Apple Watch is smashed. It's on eBay if you want to buy it. 99p. A little bit of sticky back plastic should fix it. So I'm wincing because it hurts me to breathe. So I don't know if I've done something serious to myself, but we're just gonna carry on because the missus needs something to watch while she eats a cheese sandwich. The show, as they say, I must go on. Big news is that Philip Schofield was he sacked or did he jump? Nobody knows. Philip Schofield gone from this morning. Again, this is Brit News. He's a popular presenter who, the recent conviction of his brother for, what can I say? Boy loving fun, kind of cast a shadow over his career, and so he's out, he's gone, and that seems to be the big news. Again, the Daily Mail was really keen on it, and now they've got who could replace them on This Morning. Does anyone care? Does anyone watch This Morning? Again, it's not been the same since Richard and Judy did it back in the 90s. Blimey. Meanwhile, let's go to Birmingham. What's going on in Birmingham? Well, this is at the Cineworld Cinema in Birmingham on Friday, and there's a little bit of a brouhaha. There's some people not happening about a movie that's being shown. Yeah. This is the Kerala Story. It's a Bollywood film. And apparently there have been violent clashes in India about it, as it's claimed it destroys religious harmony and Islamophobic. Yeah. Meanwhile, in Birmingham, a group of protesters led by Shakil Afsar, a Kashmiri independence activist, disrupted the screening of the Kerala Story on Friday at Cineworld Cinema in Birmingham. There you go. So he says the film is lies. It's made to divide us. We've lived together for many, many years. Narendra Modi, the Indian Prime Minister, has endorsed this film. And here is some protesters in Chennai, India, earlier in the month. Again, what is this film? What is it about? It depicts Hindu and Christian women lured to join the Islamic State. Oh, this is all right. Although it's a fictional drama, it's caused outrage, with many rejecting the claim that more than 30,000 women have disappeared after being recruited by ISIS in the southern Indian state. Oh, so it's a serious. When they said Bollywood, I expected it to be singing and dancing. I didn't realise it was a serious film. Meanwhile, others said they've debunked the claim in the trailer that 32,000 women have been recruited into ISIS, saying it's baseless and inaccurate, and they want the film. It was later removed from the film. So, there you go. Could put that under movie news, couldn't we? Who'd have thunk it, eh? Meanwhile, let's go to Germany. Was it micturation news? Apparently German men are the world's most prolific sit-spinklers or sit-and-whittlers. Yeah. Apparently 62% of German men responded to a survey saying that they tend to sit down to urinate every or most time they go to lavatory. And that figure is 3 times higher than Britain's 24%. Where did I get this from? Seriously. Of 13 countries surveyed by YouGov. YouGov? Sweden came second with 50%, Denmark third with 44%, 35% of men in France sit down to we, and 34% in both Spain and Italy said they prefer to take the pew. Well, I really don't know what to say. It says the debate over the best method to urinate has long raged in Germany, so much that it has coined the term Sitzpinklers, meaning somebody who sits while urinating. Despite studies in the country suggesting it's a more healthy option, and signs in many public bathrooms requesting men to sit for centuries, and the German term is a derogatory undertone implying sitting is not masculine. There you go. Meanwhile, a study by Leiden University Medical Centre in the Netherlands in 2014 found that sitting helps empty the bladder faster and more completely compared to standing. There you go. And it helps those with lower urinary tract issues and if you suffer from an enlarged prostate. So there you go. Fascinating. I'm not even going to ask you to comment in the comment box below. And they quote Curb Your Enthusiasm. Larry David in one episode says it's more comfortable when you get up in the middle of the night. You don't have to turn on the light and wake up, and you get to read. Indeed, I mean, again, it's something I must admit, in the dark, I've done that because, saves going all over the seat. Twin jet, it's not a good one, is it? Let's go to Sophie Small. I bet she wasn't small because she is super fertile, and the 30-year-old fell pregnant twice in a month after conceiving her daughters 28 days apart. Isn't that amazing? She had no idea she fell pregnant in December, but the couple decided to keep trying into January 2020 just in case. And the swimming instructor was thrilled when the test confirmed she was pregnant, and scans suggested it was twins. But it wasn't until she gave birth to Darcy and Holly, here they are, that the doctors realised that they weren't twins. No. Oh, where have you gone? News story? Whoops, blanked out for a minute. Yeah, what she had was an incredibly rare phenomenon known as superfetation, where a second pregnancy occurs just weeks or days after the first. And of course, normally twins don't happen that way. They happen when the egg splits. So yeah, these are two unique babies and not twins, where they share the similar DNA lottery, as it were. There you go. Super fertility. And I told you, she wasn't small. She wasn't small at all. But yeah, what a great story. Or Britain might get its first mini heatwave of 2023. This week, the country could be hotter than Morocco, as temperatures are predicted to soar to 25 degrees and will stay high into June. Oh no, that can't be good. Meanwhile, now they're warning about a plant called pain worse or as bad as childbirth. Now I was thinking, I looked at the date and I thought, it's not giant hogweed season yet. That usually happens in August. But yeah, the Chelsea Flower Show is encouraging gardeners to grow a plant that causes pain as bad as childbirth. Yeah, it's very strange. This is the plant. I mean, it looks fairly innocuous, doesn't it? It's fairly innocuous. But yeah, apparently it's really, really painful. It's oh god, it's one of those complicated ones again. Euphorbia myrcinites, also known as myrtle spurge. Really, I think I had a case of that once after eating something dodgy. Yeah, it's a drought tolerant plant, and because of this, the Royal Horticultural Society is recommending gardeners plant it as Britain's summers get hotter and drier. But myrtle spurge. Myrtle Spurge, wasn't that a character in Harry Potter? makes highly toxic sap and is also listed as by RHS as a potentially harmful garden plant. Well, then why are you recommending we do it? We grow it? Yeah, they reckon if you come into contact with it, especially in the eyes, the pain is similar to that of childbirth, and this is this is what can happen. Those are the blisters you can get. It doesn't look good, does it? Not good. Not good. Not good. So, I don't know. Have you ever suffered from myrtle spurge? Let me know in the comment box below. They never will. They never do. They never do. Meanwhile, if you've got a Spanish holiday home, and I'm sure quite a few of my viewers have got Spanish holiday homes, you might want to be careful, because they reckon that gangs are targeting British holiday homes in Spain and putting children into the properties. Yeah, these are criminal gangs of squatters, and they've been targeting second homes of Brits in Spain. And again, here's some police. They're going to go in and evict some squatters. But yeah, they've been putting kids in the homes, so that yeah, don't look too good in there. So it makes it harder for them to evict them. Yeah. Uninvited guests, not good, not good. So you might want to let that holiday home go. Meanwhile, I reckon this is an interesting one. I reckon there's been a sudden plunge in interest in vegan and vegetarian brands, you know, like the meat-free brands and whatnot. I was reading about this last week, but experts now are predicting the wipeout of trendy vegan brands after a plunge in demand. And the latest company to fall foul of this is Swedish oat milk firm Oatly, which has been forced to withdraw its dairy-free ice cream in the UK, The Observer reported at the weekend. Also, Yorkshire sausage-making company Heck has reduced its vegan-friendly range from 10 products to just 2. The managing director there, Andrew Keeble, said the public semi wasn't quite ready for it yet. They didn't want all that veg in the sausage. Well, is it a sausage if there's no meat in it? It's a vegetable tube of veg. But yeah, they reckon supermarket sales of meat-free products have fallen by £37.3 million in a year to September. Nielsen IQ found they're a group of analysts. And yeah, and so yeah, the owners of that company went, heck, we're losing money. Meanwhile, these people, the other company went, Oatly, they'll buy it again. Oatly, hopefully, Oatly. Oh. Doing my best, you know. I'm in serious pain here with my chest. You know, I'm in agony. I'm suffering. I'm suffering for your entertainment. What's the old line that Neil Innes used to say? I suffer for my art. Now it's your turn. What else have we got? Oh, that's not good, is it? That's not good. Yeah, meanwhile, Meta, who owns Facebook, Zuckerberg's company, has been fined a record 1.3 billion. Is it dollars or euros? Could be both. And it's to do with the transference of European data to America. Yeah, the European Union slapped Meta the privacy fine today in order to stop transferring user data across the Atlantic by October. But they're based in America. Meta's an American company, so they're going to need... Sorry, I can't understand. Apparently, the penalty fine from Ireland's Data Protection Commission, TPC, after a 3-year probe, is the biggest since the EU's strict data privacy regime took effect 5 years ago. And this surpasses Amazon's $807 million penalty in 2021. Yeah, the DPC said Meta breached part of its European GDPR rules because it's moved data of Facebook users across borders. Wow. more evidence that the EU is a protection racket, because the internet isn't it called the World Wide Web? Isn't it? So your data is expected to cross borders. See, this is so that Zuckerberg starts up a branch in the EU, you see. Can you see? Oh, this is good. Apparently you can drink away your pain. Do you know what? I think I might need some of this. Oh, no. Gives experts, they just say experts. Oh, God. Experts from universities in Cambridge and Sydney analysed data from 3,101 Britons. Yeah. And what did they find? All reported their alcohol consumption between the ages of 34 and 42. The age when crippling back pain tends to start. Tell me about it. Mind you, all the pains around me have stopped me thinking about the pain in my back, which is good. And apparently, oh God, I really can't. I really can't. I'm falling asleep reading this. Results published in the journal Drug and Alcohol Dependence show that the lowest levels of C-reactive protein were among low to moderate drinkers, who had 7 drinks per week on average, compared to abstainers and those who had 30 drinks per week. So again, there's this sweet spot that you aim for, you know, and that's what you want to do. You want to aim for that sweet spot, and yeah, you'll be fine. So lead study author Rachel Visonte from the University of Sydney said harmful drinking is responsible for substantial disease globally. However, research suggests that compared to abstaining, lower levels of drinking may actually be beneficial when it comes to inflammation. That's what I reckon it helps. That's useful, isn't it? Clive says, I hope you aren't too sore. Oh, I'm sore, all right. It hurts me to breathe at the moment. My left side. That's why I'm kind of lopsided here. Then you can, like I say, you can see there's a little bit, my face did touch the pavement. Oh dear. Don't have a dog. I need some fun stories to cheer me up. Meanwhile, we're going to Western Germany. Public broadcaster SWR reported on Friday that there was an incident at Mainz University Hospital. This happened back in 2020, but what happened resulted in the surgeon being fired. Okay, what did he do? Well, the hospital's chief executive, Norbert Pfeiffer, said the surgeon wrongly decided to go ahead, right, with a routine procedure. It was an amputation, right? Even though there was no qualified assistant available, right? The patient, who'd received local anaesthetic, became restless. The doctor called out to a nearby cleaner to hold the man's leg still and pass surgical instruments. Yes, he asked a cleaner to assist him with an amputation, and that, they say, is a no-no. I don't know. I think you know, I think it's charitable, isn't it? You know, if you say if you're walking past and the doctor says, "Oh, help us with this a bit," you know, I think it's I think it's the charitable thing to do. And this is the last thing the guy saw. No, that's just a stock image, but I just thought I'd throw it in there because looking at me all the time, it's getting boring, isn't it? Yeah, the incident came to light when the hospital manager spotted the cleaner with bloody gauze pads in hand in the operating theatre. What are you doing here? Pfeiffer was quoted as saying this should never have happened. So there you go. And they say the NHS is bad. Meanwhile, have you seen the weather? Have you seen the weather? Well, this is nothing compared to what was in the Turkish capital of Ankara. Yeah, this was last week. Yeah, for if you look into the sky, you will see. What's that? What's that flying across the sky? was a sofa. Yeah, it was an actual sofa. The wind picked up a gust, and this is a better picture of it. If I can, if I can get it. Oh, sorry, my hand is rather sore. I can't. Why won't you do what I want you to do? That's what I say to the missus all the time. Yeah, that is a sofa. Trust me. I know it looks just like a... I don't know what that looks like. I'm losing consciousness here, folks. Oh, this is a better picture. Is this a better picture of it? No. It still looks a bit... It doesn't matter which picture I try and get on the screen. It still looks a bit... It still looks a bit kind of... Does that look more like a sofa? Anyway, trust me, it was a sofa. Hey! Because there was some windy weather in Ankara, and the sofa had got picked up and thrown around. There you go. So you need to hold on to your hat that day. Yeah, it was being battered by 50 miles an hour winds, and it caused damage to many buildings, including the minaret on a mosque. So there you go. It's not good, is it? Meanwhile, I wonder if this is the same story. Alderley Edge. I think I've got two of the same story here. Yes, I have. One in the Sun, and they're two. That's really interesting because it's two different cases. Well, anyway, Alderley Edge in Cheshire is a popular beauty spot, and it's beloved by David Beckham, apparently. And people were quite shocked on an evening stroll. They saw, well, again, it's not a very good picture. There's a better picture on the other story on the Sun when the sun covered it. Saw a naked jogger wearing nothing but a bum bag. He's wearing socks and trainers and nothing else in the bum bag. And he was actually with apparently a fully clothed female accompanist. Is that what they're called? But you're saying, Darren, those pictures are rubbish. And I go, but wait, the Sun have got better pictures. The Sun have got better pictures. So here they caught the nude jogger in daylight. Look, there you are. They fuzzed out his bottom. Made his bum pixelated because can't see naked bums. And we're demonetised. But yeah, so that the Alderley Edge in Cheshire is being plagued. This is a better picture because you can really take in the grandeur of the countryside and the sheep who are completely nonplussed. Yeah, they've got a naked jogger problem. Was it Brendan? Apparently, the runner was first reported back in August 2020. See, not only in Cheshire, but in the neighbouring North Staffordshire and Derbyshire, including a village, funnily enough, called Flash. Woo! They call him the Streak. And Cheshire Police have appealed for information about the man. So, there you go. A witness uploaded a video clip on Facebook and wrote, "To say disgusting would be an understatement. I'm not sure whether or not to report this because of the early time, but when kids could have been up, that's acceptable and intimidating." Sadie Trigg was also outraged, and she confronted the runner. She was out walking with her 4 daughters aged 3 to 11. Oh, God. She recalled, "He ran past, and when I went to challenge him, he stopped and said, 'There's no harm, I'm only out for a run. What's wrong with that?' And I said, 'Are you for real?' I was in shock, but he just said he was doing no harm." Well, that's not right, is it? Oh, there he is again. The Sun has got, they've really done their research. There you go. Looks like an Athena poster, doesn't it? From the 80s. That one. No, just me then. So Russia's bad, don't you? Russia's evil. Do you know how evil they are? Yeah? It gets worse. Have I done enough? I feel like I've been going on for days. Well, Russia have given a first reading to some new legislation, right? And pro-Putin MP Fedor Tumasov, here he is. He's behind the legislation. He gives it his full backing, right? Because they want to. Oh, what can I don't even want to say it. They want to round up stray dogs, large and aggressive strays, and here you go. Here's a stock image, and they want to use them to clear minefields. Yeah, the Russians want to use stray dogs to clear minefields. Now they say they're going to train them. They say they're going to train them. But do you think this old stray could be trained to detect a mine? They're just going to send Rover. They're just going to throw a ball, and Rover's going to go running into the minefield, isn't he? And that's how we know that Russia is totally evil. Totally evil. Meanwhile, let's go to Australia. This is Melbourne, to their southeastern and eastern suburbs, and Victoria Police are investigating after multiple women have reported that they received unwanted letters containing handwritten messages and used condoms. They've written this, more than 65 female victims. Yeah. Who attended the Kilbreda College in Mentone have come forward so far. And many had received multiple letters. The first incident was reported to police on March the 20th, and the most recent occurring last Monday. Yeah, police said in a statement it's believed that most of those who reported the material received multiple letters, all with the suspected used item included. Officers believe victims are linked and are part of a targeted attack. Blimey, I tell you, writing a letter there is, I mean, you can't just knock one out, can you? One of the recipients, Bree Walker, said the act was disturbing and creepy, not half, and said, I didn't sleep the night I received the letter. It really creeped me out. And then I found my friend also received the letter. Then I messaged everyone from my year level and found out that 7 of them did also receive one. Miss Walker said the letter contained very graphic messages and gross stuff, and adding that the writing was similar in all the letters. But she said she had no idea who was behind the offensive messages. Again. But yeah, the investigation continues. And if you know anyone, don't leave a comment in the comments below. If you've got any information, contact Crime Stoppers Australia. Blimey, that's grim, isn't it? Isn't that grim? It is. I think we've done enough now. I'm gonna do this story. Right. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any footage of this. I could search, but there's a really good image, right? That's why I chose this. So anyway, Michigan Department of Natural Resources were called because there was a black bear up a tree in Traverse City. This was last weekend. And so I was like, oh blimey, there's a bear in the tree. And this is what it looked like, right? Now, it's not easy to get a bear out of a tree, not one that big, so they came up with a novel idea. What they did is they pumped it full of tranquilizer and let nature take its toll. Yeah, the bear fell asleep and then tumbled out of the tree. Yeah, what a picture. There's the 3 darts in his backside, and he fell out of the tree. But don't worry, folks, they put mattresses underneath the tree to cushion his fall. And once they got him, they relocated him. Steve Griffith, who's a state wildlife biologist, said they're tough animals. Obviously, they're in trees all the time. and they do have accidents in the wild, so they can take a pretty good fall. Not like me, not like me. And the bear was transferred to a cylindrical bear trap after his vital signs and airways were checked, and then taken on a long, long drive and released in a wooded area about 50 to 60 miles away from where he was. So there you go. That's our animal story of the day. I was holding on that. I had that all last week, and I forgot to do it. So yeah, that was coffee time. I'll see if there's anyone in the chat room. Let's see if there's anyone in. I said runs in. Conrad said, did he amputate the wrong leg? No, he got the right leg. This is what I mean. It's not like the patient came out with both removed. So I don't know. Maybe the cleaner should have got a bonus. What do you reckon? Bruce said, put me off my lunch with the amputation story. Hope you feel better soon. Just got a heel. It's just falling over, innit? Don't get old. Don't fall over, and don't have a crazy border collie who gets spooked by other dogs, because she nearly took me down last night because she got spooked by a cyclist. And, it was going to happen. It was going to happen, and it happened today. And like I say, it's all a bit sore. Like I say, it's a bit swollen. I've bought some wrist supports. It's my knee that's really took it, and my chest. So I think it's just bruised though. I mean, I can still breathe, so that's all right. Conrad says, at least they have some DNA samples to go on. What if all the samples were different? Have you considered that? Yeah, but yeah, they must have a DNA profile, and that could be very easy for them to. All they've got to do is do a swab of any. I imagine it's a man on the campus that are targeting those students, so it's not difficult. Zeb says, way too late. We'll have a nice day, Darren. It's all right, Zeb. You made it, and I'm sure we'll do this all again. Or do this all again tomorrow. That's if I don't keel over. And it's my Apple Watch. I've got a picture of that. I can show you. Sorry, it's my Apple Watch that took the impact. Let me just pull up my Twitter because I posted a picture of it there. It really took a smash, and I'm going to have to buy a new one now. That was my birthday present in 2023. Can I drag that onto the screen? No. Okay. Can I save it? Save images. Here we go. Let's drag it into the window. Yeah, look, see? My Apple Watch took the impact. It's on eBay if you want to buy it. 99p starting bid. You never know. A little bit of sticky tape should fix it. What do you reckon? So yeah, if that's what happened to the watch, you can imagine how sore I feel. Anyway, enough of my sob stories. Thank you for watching. That was the news. Killing the channel one video at a time. There's only one more thing left to say, and it's and drink it up.